You are a nobody. Everybody ignores you. Nobody cares about you. Sounds harsh, right? Yeah, only if we're speaking about reality. Because when you travel into the anime dimension, being a nobody is actually a good thing. You only have to wait a couple of months for a superpower to fall into your hands, and boy, that's when the real drama kicks in.
Damn it!
So today, let's take a look at 10 anime where the average schoolboy got superpowers and then decided to play the role of God. Without wait, let's dive in.
So this is my new home.
Number 10. In another world with my smartphone. What's your dream smartphone like? Can it give you godly powers and make you overpowered? No. Well, the smartphone brand we're speaking of here is extremely rare because it's a gift from God. When God accidentally kills 15-year-old Toya Mochizuki, he decides to send him to another world with a brand new smartphone. But this isn't just any normal smartphone. It can help you take down villains, practice magic, and build a harem along the way. This smartphone, which comes with the whole package, managed to ascend our Toya into the new isekai world he landed in. And in another world with my smartphone is his adventure on this world, along with his newfound harem.
It looks like they heard you.
If you need a good power fantasy isekai with comedy in between, don't miss out on this one. Wise Man's Grandchild. The reason why Wise Man's Grandchild is so popular is not because the main character is so wise, but because his gramps decided to give him enough power to blast off kingdoms without breaking a sweat. This time, the innocent who is killed in our world is reincarnated as Shin Wolford in another fantasy world. Shin is the grandson of Merlin Wolford, who is one of the strongest magic users in the world, and obviously, his strength is passed on to his grandson. The anime has a lot of memorable moments when it comes to the power fantasy genre, and Wise Man's Grandchild doesn't fail in delivering spectacular action scenes that can grip your attention.
Apocalypse Abyss, come forth!
How not to summon a Demon Lord. Demon Lords in Isekai is an overused trope than the tsundere trope itself, so seeing another show with a Demon Lord is the last thing you should do. But how not to summon a Demon Lord takes things a different way, by giving this Demon Lord social anxiety. Even though things are to Takuma's advantage, his social awkwardness kicks in, and it is funny to see how he tries to adapt to each situation.
It's like those cute little stray cats in the neighborhood. You blow in their faces and they swat and twitch. It's adorable.
The anime has already aired 2 seasons, so you've got plenty of episodes to watch in your free time. If you need a less serious isekai anime with a socially awkward demon lord taking the lead, then what are you waiting for? Go watch how Takuma builds his harem. Four heroes, one apocalypse, one traitorous female character running everything. Yep, you can guess which anime I'm speaking of. Naofumi's revenge story is still considered as one of the best isekai to be released in recent years. When Naofumi Iwatani is transported to a world where 4 heroes should defend the nation against monsters, he becomes the shield hero. Great defense, surely something everyone dreams of. But this defense is broken when he is betrayed and exiled from the kingdom. Apart from diverting from the usual revenge story, this anime also has an interesting cast of characters you're soon going to fall in love with. Oh, and on the other hand, there are also despicable characters you feel like punching in the face. Number 6. Guilty Crown. What if souls had power? What if you could draw out this power to craft weapons and then fight with them? One side will be the tools and the other side will be the weapons. Now, put in the world of Code Geass with mechas and terms like Power of the King thrown around, and you'll get the perfect version of Guilty Crown. Here our main character is Shu Ulma. Shu started as a weak character who had a keen eye and an intelligence, but with the power of his Void Genome, he managed to step into the overpowered category, especially in his later arcs in the anime. The story also gets darker as it progresses and has some pretty interesting plot twists, so if you've not watched it, now is a good chance to add this to your watch list.
You got a dead end, right?
How did you know that?
I saw it coming a mile away.
Number 5. The Future Diary. You may think it's cool to know the future, but when you are thrown into a battle royale and get to date a psycho girlfriend, you draw the line and wish you had a normal life. Future Diary is about a boy named Yukiteru Amano, who is forced into a battle royale with 12 other opponents. Each of them gets a diary which has its own power. The one Yuki gets is the Future Diary, a diary that can predict any event that is happening in the future. Now he has to take part in this battle royale where the winner gets to become God. Yes, the one and only Deus Ex Machina.
He who weathers the vicious onslaught shall win a throne incomparable. Indeed, he will succeed me, bearing the mantle of space-time as its reborn god. Look around you.
Behind all that power fantasy-centered plot, Future Diary is a study about human morality and love. But even if you don't look too deep, you can still enjoy the show's gory nature.
I could possess one smart person in class after another, memorize their answers, and fill in my answers after returning.
Number 4. Charlotte. Detective agency kids who have supernatural powers? Ha! You got it! Charlotte follows Yu Otosaka, a boy who has received a special power that allows him to possess another person for 5 seconds. He uses this power to cheat on others and pass exams. But soon, he's caught by Nao Tomori, another girl who has power, and forces him to join the club.
In this world, there are many people who possess special powers. You're not the only one.
What?
But those powers are somewhat like an illness caught during adolescence and will disappear in due time.
It's a fun supernatural adventure, and even if you think the first 2 episodes are lighthearted, the tragedy will soon kick in, and that's when you start searching for the tissue box.
そんなわけで食事でもどう？
あ、どんなわけだよ。
Number 3. The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. Normally, when an anime has supernatural powers flying around, it naturally falls onto the power, fantasy, and action genres. But The Disastrous Life of Saiki K takes the same tropes and puts a comedic spin on things. Instead of supernatural fights, you've got a boy trying to hide his power. Instead of climactic battles, you have 2 psychics acting like lunatics in the middle of the episode. Instead of falling in love, Saiki has a girl chasing after him he wants to get rid of.
佐伯くん、ちょっと無視ってひどくない？会釈すらない。私のこと見えてないの？私もう死んでるの？
The Disastrous Life of Saiki K has a lot of things that will make you binge watch the show. It is sad to see it underrated because it is something that can give you a laugh in each of its episodes.
Using the Death Note, I'll change the world.
Number 2. Death Note. Okay, if you haven't heard of this one, please quit the internet and start doubting your knowledge on everything. This is what made many of us fear weird notebooks in the first place, and to this day, the words Death Note itself brings some intimidation, or turns out to be worthy meme material. Death Note follows Light Yagami, who finds a notebook that lets him kill anyone by writing their name on it. And instead of throwing it away like a good schoolboy, Yagami takes things a step higher by challenging the authorities and forcing others to acknowledge him as a god.
I'm the one who will become the god of a new world that everyone desires. All those who would oppose that god, they are the ones who are truly evil.
Apart from being one of the reasons for school shootouts, this anime also has tension to keep you hooked, and to this day is one of the best thriller anime ever made.
I swear, I swear, Suzaku, so help me. I will one day obliterate Britannia!
Number 1. Code Geass. When you hear the words Jibunwo, you automatically picture the image of Lelouch in your head. It's been more than 10 years, but the show has left a huge mark on anime that will never be forgotten. Similar to Death Note, we have a genius schoolboy, who's also an exiled Britannian prince, getting a mysterious power and then going on a suicide run to take control of the world. Here the power is the geass, a power that allows Lelouch to manipulate anybody and change their minds.
Die.
Happily, Your Highness!
If you need an interesting political fantasy story about mechas, philosophical questions about morality, and plot twists that will literally blow your mind, then this anime will be the perfect addition to your watch list. So, there goes 10 of the best anime where the average schoolboy, who is a nobody, gets a power and runs rampage with it. So, should you learn a lesson to never be a power slave, or should you start dreaming for anime powers? We'll let you be the judge, but if we missed your favorite title, then add that down below in the comments, and don't forget to mention which anime you're planning on watching next. That's it for today, anime fans, and I'll see you in the next video.